Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. It's pretty much 6 p.m. Pacific time. It's Friday, on Friday when I go live. So whatever time it is for you, whatever day it is for you. I know for some of you people, it's early Saturday if you're in like, say, Asia, or even I think most of you guys in Europe too. So welcome. So this time we get together and discuss any and all things vegan. So if you're looking for a bunch of chill, friendly, non-judgmental, non-level 5,000 vegans to hang out and chill with, you found a great place. We do this every week. If you're watching after the fact, that's cool too. I understand a lot of you are unable to watch for various reasons. You might be on the other side of the world sleeping and stuff, or you actually have a social life, which I don't. Either way, watch us when you can, live or after the fact. So yeah, if you're looking for vegans, it's the right place. If you're vegan curious, you're interested about veganism, or just learning more about plant-based diets or the ethics of veganism or anything like that, what kind of food should you eat, just anything. You have a lot of combined experience here amongst our many viewers, so you found a really good place to learn. And we won't attack you for not being vegan, so if you're lurking in the background, just come say hi. I promise we'll be cool to you. If someone's a jerk to you, I will deal with them personally. And if you're not a vegan and you're not here to learn, or you're not open to anything that we're talking about, in fact, you are of the opposite point of view, you think everything we're doing is bad, horrible, perhaps even evil and immoral and unethical. If you think any of that stuff, tell me. Just be a decent person. Give me your best argument or evidence against veganism, or why I'm a horrible person because I peacefully eat plants. Let's hear your best argument or evidence, and we'll try to hear you out. So hello and welcome, everyone. I see a lot of our regulars have already gotten here since I popped on. I saw you said late model. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. You're taking your big October trip south from where you're at right now. So good time to go. I bet it's getting a little wintry or cool up there. So come down to chill California, and you'll probably have a really nice week out here. I saw we're not going to get any rain yet in Southern California for a while, so I imagine Northern and Central California should be quite nice too for the most part. So that's cool. We'll be sorry to miss you next Friday, but we'll be glad to have you back then. So enjoy that. And this is your social life. Yeah, this is pretty much my social life too. It's funny. I ran yesterday I worked really hard. Me and Angie worked really hard. Me on the technical end, I created this system to use my local AI that I'm running on my computer here to ingest just the tons of like documents we've accumulated over the years about my music, my bands, reviews, lyrics, and all kinds of stuff. We had a lot of stuff, so we thought it'd be cool to get it into one unified place. And after we got the lyrics in, I had the AI. I said, give me the themes of Angie's lyrics from the past 12 odd months, and it said one of them was a theme of isolation, something like that. So that's how I kind of feel too. Maybe you're feeling like that too. If this is your social life, maybe you feel a little isolated, not getting out and hanging out with big groups of people or anything like that. But anyway, hey, Johnny, are you at the Magic Kingdom right now as we speak? If so, get your money's worth, man. Go write some stuff. And welcome AJ and Travis. And I saw Varlish, you're in England. Yeah, you're one of the ones that stay up late to come and chill with us. Calm, cool, collected. You came here to say that I'll never convince you and say you're wrong about veganism. Veganism is the only answer. You'd be surprised. Maybe you wouldn't be if you've been vegan long enough. The kinds of just weird mental gymnastics people will use. A lot of times it's just knee-jerk reaction stuff I'm sure they never thought through. I mean, or one time we met some dude when he heard we were vegan. We didn't even, we were impression, hey, you should be vegan like us, or you're a jerk or not cool. No, he just said, I could never go vegan because of my ancestors. Like, what the heck are you talking about? Like, who had vegan ancestors? And if he didn't, what does that have to do? Just people make up the weirdest stuff. Hey, Uncle's here. And Peter, I thought, said he's going to be here too tonight. So we'll have multiple moderators, hopefully, because last week we had a weird rush of people. I don't know how many of them came because I sort of invite some of the loudmouths in our comments. I didn't have a chance this week because, I was putting together that whole, AI ingestion of our band histories and stuff. So I didn't do that this week, today. And I got really bad sleep last night, guys. Not because I was vegan or anything, but I was working so hard on that AI project yesterday that I didn't bother checking my email. And I saw, I got an email in the morning, something I should respond to about paying one of my mom's helpers or what else. Anyway, I went and saw there was like a financial thing. Like, whoa, a bunch of money was missing from their account. I freaked out. Like, to find this out at night, like when everything's closed, people are asleep, and I have nothing to do other than to freak out. Fortunately, I put a few feelers out. People got back to me in the morning. We had it sorted out before like 9:30 or 10 this morning. Everything's cool, but it sure seemed like there was some kind of fraudulent activity, like some scam was going on, some money got removed or something like that. No, it turns out to be a much more benign answer. Basically, I don't even want to get into it, but everything's cool. Just don't open up a CD at the bank without telling people about it. So anyway, guys, yeah, Peter, you told me Jane Goodall was in California. She was traveling in California when she passed away? Wow, that's wild. Let's see. Okay, that chef I just made a video about yesterday, he made another video about vegan. He really doesn't like them. Yeah, I could tell he doesn't like vegans. He's a typical vegan bigot. That's a difference between people like him and myself. You know, he hates vegans. He's bigoted towards vegans. I mean, if he just sees that you're a vegan, he doesn't want to know anything about you. He doesn't have to. He's already formed his opinion that you're an idiot and you should go whatever he said, go get lost or F yourself or something like that. Oh,
I had a
vegan
great
metalhead.
day Wednesday. I met some awesome vegans. One had been vegan since 1986.
Wow.
And I had a vegan Malaysian curry faux ribs.
Wow, someone that had been vegan since 1986. Well, that is a good day. That's something to remember. Someone's been vegan longer than a lot of you guys have been alive. That's awesome because, yeah, going vegan in the 80s, that's tough. Going vegetarian in the 80s was tough enough. But vegan, wow. I hadn't even heard of the word vegan until like the early 90s. I think I kind of remember hearing it for the first time when I was house sitting when I fell in love with like Marin County in California. We had a friend, internet developer dude, come over and he's telling us how he's going to Millennium, the vegan restaurant in the city. I go, vegan? What's that? I'd never heard that word before. Anyway, yeah, it just shows you 80s going vegan, totally awesome. But anyway, as I was saying about that Chef Capper, he's a bigot towards vegans. He doesn't need to know anything about you. He will dislike you and hate you and think you're a jerk just for your being vegan. Myself, I'm not like that. When I meet someone who's not a vegan, I don't think they're a jerk or an idiot or anything like that. I wish they would become vegan, but just because they're not doesn't mean I hate them, think they're a jerk or a bad person. So anyway, oh yeah. Our president has politicized things right now. He hasn't like given any of the federal money to people whose like homes burnt down in the fires, earlier in the year in January, just because he doesn't like California. It's funny when Texas had some kind of, I think the floods, he promised they would get their money, but because it's weird because like there's you add it all up, there's more Republicans in California than any other state, just because it's so big. So it's not like they're not here. It's so unjust that political favor goes to how your state went. That's just so not how democracy ought to work. But that's all I'll say about that right now. Let's see, Johnny says the National Guard always gets made fun of in the military. I bet you probably see them as like weekend warriors or something, right? No worries though. In reality, they usually get activated to go overseas more than active duty military. I hear about that too. So that chef I made a video about, he said the horse meat tartar. And if you don't like it, you can go F yours. Well, see, what a jerk. What a bigot. What a sad person. Was he always an asshole like that? Or did he get worse as he got older? I wonder. Anyway, yeah, Uncle, I got our ballots like last week. I haven't had a chance to go through them yet. We can still mail them in, right? That hasn't been illegal in this country yet. Let me know if I can still put them in a drop box at least. That's kind of my style. Let's see, AJ, you heard of veganism online through a blogger featuring her vegan meals in the late 90s. See, yeah, it's not something we all grew up with. A lot of you, like millennials and Gen Zs probably have known vegan, the word vegan, for most, if not all of your lives. But I went through like I don't know, like however old I was. Like I was at least in my 30s before I heard the word vegan. Hey, V-Lam, who's late to the party? You're late to the party? Who's a jerk? The guy, the chef I made a video about yesterday, who's a hardcore vegan bigot, as I showed so clearly. Peter said he's saying more bigoted stuff. Okay, Uncle, I can mail it in or use a Dropbox still as I see fit. Cool, I'll probably just take it to the Dropbox. It's near a place I often go and have little meals at and stuff. So cool, awesome. Let's see, Vegan Metalhead. You learned about veganism from heavy metal music and you decided to try it slowly and eventually decided why not become vegan. Yeah, that's like Angie too. She heard about it from a punk rock, like a hardcore punk rock, like 45 vinyl record in like the 80s. So yeah, they were going full on vegan. I think they were like even promoting eating like mainly so like a fruit or a raw diet, even not saying do that only, but they're into that too. It just shows you these ideas have been around, just haven't been popularized. But the internet lets ideas that were once kind of not that big get spread, and that's good or bad. It's great for veganism, bad because you get like flat earth and other crazy stuff that gets spread around that probably should just stay amongst fringe people, not on the internet. Weevil, I need one of those for sleep. What's that? I can't tell what that is in your image there. Broken Zen, well, bye. I didn't even get to say hello to Broken Zen. Did you have a question for me or what? Well, thanks for pointing the cost of the special election out. Hey, might be worth it to help, help democracy have some stronger legs, perhaps. Let's see, late model, you learned about veganism because you saw bad stuff at your family ranch. Yeah, that could drive someone to going vegan too, seeing some animal cruelty and exploitation and realizing, hey, do I need to be a part of this? In fact, Angie already had inclinations toward veganism and vegetarianism when she was a kid. Her mom was mad that she wasn't eating meat, and almost, I think, what'd you say? Her mom was crying. You got to eat that meat stuff, or you're gonna not get enough nutrients, and you'll get sick and die. And here she is later, all these years later, doing pretty good. At age about almost my age. She's like 6 months younger than I am. AJ, you don't trust mail-in ballots. In 2024, many disappeared or were burned and mailboxes set on fire. A lot of mail-in ballot people definitely a lot of mail-in ballots people definitely sent in were not counted. Okay, good thing to point out there. Travis, you too came to veganism via punk rock. That's awesome. It's the VLAM. You sent me a video from a YouTube channel called Wildly Georgia, another one who's no longer vegan. You watched the whole thing, but from the video chapters, they talk about studies and ethics. Interesting. Where did you send it to? Did you send it to, where did you send it? Because Peter sends it to my personal Instagram, which is Ryan Lum Rocks. Did you send it to Happy Healthy Vegan? If so, I'll have to log in there and find it. Just let me know where I should be looking at. Because that sounds like something right up my chapter. Not right up my alley. I'm messing my language up today. I tell you from the bad sleep. I tell you, I was like nervous and worrying all night about that banking situation. I was able to get to sleep. I didn't have good solid sleep. Gosh darn it. 1 second, guys. Yeah, my mom's had trouble today too with crap. Hang on 1 second. Where is be right back. Be right back. I think she might have butt dialed me or something. So anyway, yeah, in addition to the banking problem affecting them, there was a plumbing problem at their house too. So I've been dealing with a lot of weird stuff today. So let's see. Vine, you haven't met any vegans in real life yet? So you've come to a good place. Maybe it's because you've only been vegan for like 2 months. Well, here, you can hang out with some real vegans. We're just not in real life, but this is real life. It's the internet, we're just not here brick and mortar, flesh and blood, but we are all flesh and blood people here. So chill with us. Let's see. What else did you guys say there? But yeah, hang with us. You can hang out with a bunch of vegans. Let's see, VLAM, you went vegan after watching a Mike the Vegan video, but you decided to stay after discovering our channel. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do another video on that asshole from Australia, Isaac Butterfield. He's just toxic AF, you know? It just it makes me want to barf. When you see someone really toxic, I don't know why. I have this reaction. I want to barf, you know? It's just so gross, you know? So I'm not sure if I can handle that. I don't want to feel like nauseous for like the several hours making a video. That's cool. Late model, you know lots of vegans. You become friends with all the vegan restaurant owners in town. Awesome. Yeah, we're getting kind of friendly with the vegan Italian place restaurant. Yeah, well, like they have, I think, a different crew in the mornings for coffee, but on the weekdays, yeah, I think those are the owner crew. They know us. They're excited when we come, and they often give us little bits. Okay, thanks, VLAM. You haven't watched that video you want me to respond to. You sent to my personal IG. Cool, that's the great place. Awesome, thanks for doing that. Cool, M. Vine. If you've been doing it, what you said, a couple months now, it's not that hard. The hardest thing is really giving up dairy. That's the first physically hard thing, I guess. After that, it's just figuring out like new patterns in your life, you know, what kinds of foods you should eat. Because, you know, if you're not used to eating plants all the time, it's kind of weird. But if you've been doing it for, 15 years, basically like I have, it's just a normal part of your life. You don't really have to think about it so much. So let me know, M. Vine, if you want me to show you a link to our book. We got an ebook, we got a physical print book. We'll be happy to sign it for you. They've been on sale. We've kept the Black Friday price now for years, but let me know if you want me to put a link to it for you, and check it out. Most people here in the live stream have a copy, and they've gotten a lot of good value after it. Hey, thanks for the super chat tip there, AJ. Much appreciated.
No King's Day protest October 18th Freedom Fund.
Oh, okay. That's a couple Saturdays, 10, 18. Okay. Thanks for letting us know about that day, AJ. Gotta do everything we can. Is Angie ever going to make another book? She's thinking about it, Peter. She has some thoughts right now. So let's see how this all simmers, in her mind and everything. She has some idea for maybe the next one being just purely ebook rather than going through the expense of printing up a new physical one. Okay, Invine, I will send you a link to our book here. So first of all, feast your eyes, everyone, on the definition of veganism. It's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. Let's see. Here's our shirts, but you can't eat those. Let's see. Here's our books here. Yeah, you can get the print book, like I said. What's cool about the print book, all this light is blinding here. You can it's got this spiral bound, so you can leave it open on a page as you read through the recipe and stuff. Or you can get the ebook, if that doesn't matter to you. But yeah, if the print book, we'll sign it for you and mail it off to you. We fulfill all the orders. We printed it all ourselves through a company known as the Vegan Printer here in Southern California. So here is a link to our books here. So let me just click into it. You can kind of get a look at what's in the book here. Let's see. I really can have one image now. I forgot. Yeah, our store has fewer features than before. But yeah, ebook or print book. Let me send you a link to our books here. We always love it when our viewers try out our recipes. It's really, as I said before, it's like a food diary. She didn't set out to make a book per se. It was just like, this is the food we've been eating for the past 2-3 years. Let's just put it all in a book. And we still eat a ton of the recipes in there. The first recipe, the Tuscan kale pilaf, let me show it to you. We have that all the time. Hardly a week goes by where we don't have the Tuscan kale pilaf. What's cool about this too, we have a variation of it here where if you just want to put it, of the recipe, where you want to put it in an Instapot, just slap it all in there, hit start, come back 20 odd minutes later, it's all done. Don't have to do a darn thing. The TKP is famous. Yeah, Uncle, yeah, super handy to have the cookbooks, excellent resources. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we slap it in, just slap all the ingredients in, tap the start button, 21 minutes, and about 30 odd minutes later, done. And just put the beans in after. You don't want to cook the beans. I guess you could, but you don't have to really do that. Cool, you're wearing an HHV shirt right now. Yeah, this is actually one of our shirts. This one doesn't have our brand on it, but yeah, we have our merch store too. Let me know if you want links to that. I'm too lazy to paste it right now. I just feel super lazy. I didn't even go to the gym today. My plan was to go to the gym, but after I dealt with all the financial problem that I got solved this morning, my sleep I was so tired. I go, I'm gonna suck if I go to the gym. I really am. I just don't want to. I just didn't go. Maybe I'll find a chance to sneak out this weekend or something when it's not crowded. Anyway, yeah, this is the best cult ever, damn it. And I happen to be the cult leader too. Someone's got to do it. It's a job, it's tough running the whole vegan cult business, but I've stepped up and I'm doing it, taking one for the team. Well, I do have the vegan cult leader shirt, AJ, the green one. Yeah, I just saw this one ready to go. I go, I'll wear the vegan. I'll be a vegan cult member today. I'll be a vegan cult leader another day. So, Mvine, you think cooking vegan is way easier, cleaner, and more convenient? Actually makes cooking more fun. Awesome. Glad to hear that. I hate it when people say, cooking vegan stuff, it's so much more difficult, takes way more time, it's way more expensive. It's just, listen, people just make up any excuse, and I emphasize make up. They'll just make up any excuse. Like I said, often they just think of it on the fly. It's not even something they heard before. There's just imagine, it'd just be so hard to buy all these plants and cook them. Like, no, you're probably cooking plants already, right? You just don't have to cook meat and crap with it. Just cook the plants. It's no harder. That's cool. You skipped the gym and power walked all over town for about 5 hours. I did some little walking around town. At least I got a little exercise. But yeah, I think I just would have been too cracked out to go to the gym today. I just kind of don't feel fully there right now. So if I say something dumb, which happens anyway when I'm well rested, but I'm more prone to say just dumb stuff today. So Peter, speaking of Zero shoes, which I'm wearing their basketball shoes, not when I play against people. I'm using it pretty much in all my warm-ups, all my personal drills where I'm not competing against people, just all my non-competitive basketball. I still feel like my left foot, I haven't fully adapted to that wide toe box, and maybe I'm just slightly re-injuring the sprain I got the first time I worn them. But the past 2 weeks, I've been only able to go to the gym 1 day a week, and I haven't been playing any games. So I'm hoping, through all of this, that's a negative, that's not good. Hopefully my foot is healing. Hopefully that toe sprain I got is better. So you're saying Zero Shoes has a bunch of new winter coats and shoes that are all vegan. It wouldn't be really good to you, but I might buy some. Winter coat? They have coats? Maybe you made a typo there. Let me know what you're talking. Oh, I love walking hills too. I like stairs. If I see somewhere with stairs, I'm a monster. I love going upstairs. Yeah, engage the glutes and everything as you're going up the stairs. I suck going down the stairs though. It kind of reminded me when I used to cycle. I love going up hills. I just go nuts. But then when I go down them, I go really slow. Because when you go down, you're going fast. When you're climbing a hill on a bike, you're going super slow. So if you fall, you're going like 1 mile an hour or something like that. But going downhill, you can go like 40, 50 plus miles an hour and get really messed up. So I'm like a wimp going down and I'm a maniac going up. Same thing when I'm walking stairs. Part of it could do, as far as walking down the stairs, could be my height. I think my brain freaks out, like I might step wrong, but going up, I don't worry about that. But going down, I feel so tall, and what if I make a slip, So I'm really slow and careful. Okay, Peter's saying about Zero shoes. They have a really nice new looking winter barefoot that slip on. Interesting. Well, Sarah, you're hardcore, man. You're a hardcore worker outer, man. I just have not had the time recently to just be as physical as I normally am, So I keep thinking, all right, next week I have a normal week. Everything's back to normal, so we'll see. Yeah, knees. You gotta watch your knees for sure, Mvine. That's what I'm saying. Engage the glutes. Don't use your knees. Don't overextend your knees when you're going up up steps, going up hills, you feel your butt. You feel those glutes engaged. Squeeze them when you're going up. You shouldn't be feeling your knees. But I can see if you have bad knees anyway, even if you're engaging your glutes to their fullest, your knees will still get in some pressure. I feel the knees more when I'm going down. But yeah, up. It's all the glutes. All about the glutes. What's that, Luciano? There's nothing within your blood that is exclusive to it, so they could make vegan vampire blood? Wait, where did that come from? What's the context of that? Let's see. Yeah, not bad weather today, huh, Uncle? I love it now. Our highs now are in the 70 degrees. They're not cracking in the 80s anymore, and I'm excited now. I looked on the weather app. I see some nights next week where it'll dip below 60 degrees finally. Like, wow, finally, finally autumn is here. We had the autumnal equinox, a week or so ago. So, yeah, it's officially here. I'm waiting for the change of season more. Yeah, it's there's less sunlight now and stuff, so I'm waiting for the cooler temperatures. Do you need to buy some new knees? Don't just, Uncle. Yeah, don't a lot of people get hip and knee replacements and stuff? Yep, AJ, you got it. Feel your butt, right? I'm 2025. Yeah, when you're going up hills, upstairs, feel those glutes, engage the glutes, feel your butt. Seriously, I always joke with Angie too when we're going up a hill. Yeah, feel your butt, engage those glutes. Because a lot of times, one, if they're not thoughtful, mindful about what their form and technique is when going up hills, people can unknowingly be putting more pressure on their knees than they really need to put. And the knees aren't really muscles. You don't get them stronger, really. I mean, a little bit, but not really. They're not a muscle like a glute is, which is the largest muscle in the human body. So yeah, that's why we have glutes, man, to walk and really you take advantage of those suckers when you're going up hills. Varley's 10 degrees Celsius. That sounds pretty cold. What is 10 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? Wow, 50. Wow, I can't wait till we see that again. Actually, it usually doesn't even get that cold here in the wintertime. Yeah, I mean, at night, overnight, it'll get in the 40s, sometimes the 30s. Blue Ocean, where's the link for the merch? Oh, let me give you the link. Our books. And let me know if you want the link for the t-shirts. That's a different link now because that's handled by Teespring and they fulfill the orders. But the books, we still do that. We'll sign it and autograph the whole thing. Let me know. Oh, VLamps. Yeah, you're in Hong Kong in the tropics. Let me know. Have you heard of a chatbot there named Doubao? It's made by ByteDance, the people that make TikTok, because it's not available here. But I'm using a local AI here made by ByteDance. It's called Seed OSS. You may have heard their visual model, Seed Dream. It's supposed to be really good, better than like Google's Nano Banana. But anyway, I've been using their Seed large language model, and it said it's based on Doubao. I go, what's that? I looked, it's like super popular in Asian countries, but you can't get it on the United States App Store. You have to have an Asian App Store a login account. And am I pronouncing it right? Doubao, or is it Doubao? It's like a bean bun, because I'm all about baos. I grew up eating like chashu baos. If and when I ever see like vegan chashu baos, charshu bao, I go crazy, like, yes, please. So when I saw that the chatbot was named after a bun, I was kind of excited. Yeah, Doubao, Doubao. Let me know if I'm pronouncing it right. Is it Doubao or Doubao? I think it's Doubao. Okay, Blue Ocean, you want our shirts. Okay, I'll go find you our shirts. All right, let's go look for the shirts here. 1 second. There's our books. And I think I just need to go... here we go. Here's our shirts. merch.happyhealthyvegan.org. You can get the shirt I'm wearing, all these different shirts that you see me wear throughout our videos. Let me get that link for you too. Our shirts. Okay, here we go. So thanks for asking. Now I've pimped all our stuff today. Wow, late model, you're getting down in the 30s at night? Damn, that, seriously, that only time that ever happens here is like occasionally, like, you know, like in like January or something like that. We can go a whole winter without ever it dipping into the 30s. You know, 40s, yeah, 30s, and if it dips in the 30s, yeah, it's the upper 30s. I don't think it really ever goes like to freezing here. Your low will be 48 tonight. Wow, so you guys are really feeling the change of seasons. You have a bad lag on live streams? Yeah, try refreshing. That's great. There's a chronic issue on all lives must be your aging iPad. Yeah, just hit refresh. Hey, I want to try to visit Hong Kong one day too, Peter. That sounds fun. Okay, yeah, do bao means bun, but you never heard of it, and your Mandarin is probably as good as mine. Does that sound right? Is it like do bao, like, you know, like do a deer, or is it do bao, like do good things in life? You know, is it do or do in the pronunciation? I guess I could ask chat or something like that, but anyway, not chat. I hardly ever use chat GPT anymore. I just love using my own local models and all these. It's cool. It's like this whole world of like all these like LLMs and stuff that you can just run on your local machines. The more VRAM you have, you know, video RAM you have, the bigger models you can have, but you can still run like smaller models that are really powerful. It could do a lot on even like I have one running on my iPad here. You know, I don't use it all the time, but anyway, it's really fun. And in a couple months, 38 degrees will be warm for you. Yeah, late model. Yeah, I forgot. You know, you're one of the few people I know that understands like living in snow and all the technology. You have like what your blower and all your shovels and stuff. I don't even know. To me, that's just like that's like living on Mars. I have no conception of what that's like. I'm not saying it's bad or anything like that. I just have no experience with that. So that's cool. You know all about that. It'll be in the 30s and below there too by next week. Wow, yeah. I was just happy to see a 58 low one night. I go, wow, we're getting somewhere, 58 low. And it's going to be beautiful all next week, guys. The highs are all going to, every day is going to be in the 70s, like mid 70s. Nothing in the 80s, which is cool. Let's see. That's cool, Violet. She spent 2 days just watching Sunday nutrition vids to get inspiration for bills. Hey, Abby Marie. You found a pro carnivore channel here on YouTube. Yeah, I'm sure there's tons of them, right? He spreads misinformation and profits off of it. Yeah, that's pretty much the game plan, right? I mean, how can you spread factual information on that topic? And there's really not a lot of... I mean, you can spread your personal story. That's cool. But if you're going to spread science or anti-vegan crap, that's going to fall into misinformation almost all the time. It would be awesome to see you debunk some of his videos. Thanks for all I do. I'll take a look. If you have anything crazy said, I'll take a look, you know. But thanks for sharing that with me. Let's see. Late model, your grandfather spoke 5 dialects of Chinese. That's crazy. 5 dialects of Chinese. I couldn't learn like a sentence of Chinese, and your grandfather spoke 5 dialects. And when his Alzheimer's really kicked in, he'd be yelling at you guys in Chinese. Wow, that must be tough. Okay, I got it right, VLAM. It is like do bao. That's what I thought. I thought it was do bao. Even though there's that letter U in the DOU, I thought it was just do bao. Cool, I'm pronouncing it right. But yeah, you could probably download do bao if, on your phone, whatever you got. I think, whether it's Android or Apple, I think in Asia you can download the do bao app. Yeah, if you want to go have a look. Tell me if it's on your Asian app store. Do bao, made by ByteDance, the guys that make TikTok. I don't really use TikTok, but I love their large language model to run locally. It's really, 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 really smart. It takes a long time to think. It's a deep thinking model, but when you let it think, it's pretty impressive, its results. Okay, so late model, I was wrong. You don't have a blower, but you're a shovel nerd for sure. Did you tell me before? I can't remember why you don't have a snow blower. It just seems like, when I see things in the movies or TV about people that live in snowy places, a snow blower is a common thing. I forgot. Is there a reason why you prefer not snow blower? So AJ, you go out in shorts at 35 degrees in winter. That's a warm day for where you're at. Wow, that's crazy. For me, 35 would be put on my thickest jackets and thickest shirts and just bundle up and pray to heaven that I make it. Okay, so V, wow, you lived in Hong Kong all your life. Wow, so fed up with city life. I can't blame you. That looks like the most just crazy, big, busy city. You need to escape into the mountains. I've never been to Hong Kong, but I've seen many images of it. In fact, on our Apple TV, one of the aerial screensavers is of Victoria Harbor in Hong Kong. And let me know if I'm understanding it right, VLAM. The way it looks like it's just jungle or forest everywhere. And all of a sudden, Hong Kong is here, like in the middle of nowhere. You have the harbor, you have all these giant buildings. And once you get past that, it looks like nature. Is that just an illusion, or is it really like that? Is Hong Kong just like kind of in the middle of nowhere, like all this plant life and stuff, and all of a sudden, bam, Hong Kong? Let me know if that's how it is. Oh, really? Peter, I heard about the Super Bowl crap. Who's gonna be at the halftime show? Which person that he dislikes, and that's why he's sending ice to the Super Bowl? Like, come on, this is the president of the United States, like getting butthurt about halftime entertainment at a Super Bowl. Like, wow. A precious snowflake. I don't care what political party you're on. It's like that guy I responded to yesterday, that chef. I don't know how he votes, but precious snowflakes are precious snowflakes. Jeez. Okay, Bad Bunny. I think I remember the controversy of that. Let's see. Yeah, we'll see if that actually happens, AJ, like mass firings and stuff like that. We'll see. You know, I heard a lot of people that got fired by Elon Musk back in January with Doge. A lot of them are getting hired back now, you know, so we'll see how this all works out. Okay, so about snowblowers. I think you told me this before. I forgot because it doesn't apply to me, so I don't hit permanent save button in my brain. So let's see what you told us or telling us again. So about snowblowers, I just lost what you said. You need a really good one to make it work, to make it worth it. They're big and you have nowhere to store it. I see. So you need a certain kind of situation, a big one, a good place to store it, and you don't have that. So that's why you're the shovel person. Well, that's good exercise, right? What's there's no fun in having a machine do the work, right? You know, use your butt, engage the glutes, right? And do some shoveling. I don't think there's any glutes in that. It's probably all like shoulders and rotator cuffs or something like that. I can imagine. I'm just trying to visualize the physiology of shoveling snow, which I've never done. I'm just imagining it. Let's see, VLAM, you've heard that a linguistic expert say that Cantonese, which was the predominant dialect of China, or at least before the Communist Party takeover way back when. You heard a linguistic expert say Cantonese is politically a dialect, but linguistically a separate language. You feel better not speaking Mandarin. Oh, okay. Because yeah, that's what my family, that I descended from. They were Cantonese, our Cantonese people, descendants. They spoke the Cantonese dialect. So I could have learned that when I was a kid, and then it would have been pretty much useless unless I'm talking to people in like Chinatown or out here or something like that. Yeah, Mandarin. Yeah, it's it's become because of the Chinese Communist Party. I would say it's a good or bad thing, but that's if you're going to learn Chinese. Odds are, if you wanted to work, do work with it, do a lot with it, Mandarin's the way to go. JR, you're not here to convince me? Awesome, fine, no problem. I invite people to just come and hang. If you have different opinion, but you enjoy what we're doing, you enjoy my approach, you enjoy the content, everyone's welcome to hang here. I'm not one of those level 5,000 a-hole vegans, and you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to mention any names. Vegans who think all people who are not vegan are bad, evil, immoral, and bad things should happen. I'm not like that at all. So you can come out here and hang out with me and other non-a-hole, non-hyper judgmental vegans, and see what we're about. Yeah, I hear you guys, Peter and AJ. I understand totally what's going on. Allison, you said people rarely use snowblowers in your city too. Either people shovel or stay at home. Or more popular, use salt. Huh, I didn't know that snow. I guess it's just something I see in the movies. I never really thought about the logistical practicalness of snowblower usage and storage. Let's see. There's a great question, Invine, a bit off topic. Do I have any advice for people who want to make a vegan content on YouTube? Yeah, be prepared for people to hate you and don't let them get to you, because when they leave mean, hateful comments, their intention is not to like debunk veganism or anything like that, or to even to convince you to quit. They just want to hurt your feelings. They just want to be mean to you because you're vegan. So you just got to learn to not take anything they're saying personally or seriously. They're just full of shit. Their goal is to make you upset, and don't let them succeed at that goal. Say, I'm not going to fall for your stupid trick here. I'm just gonna do my thing and spread my message, and if you don't like it, go F yourself. No one's forcing you to watch the vegan channel. If you really think we're such horrible people saying such horrible things, we're not dictators, we're not kings. We can't force people to watch our content. They're free to go click whatever they want. It's funny how they stick around and leave all these mean comments and watch our videos, but they don't like what we're doing. They're kind of fans in a weird way, I think. Yeah, mark that day in our calendars, guys. AJ shared it. October 18th. Mark it in your calendars. Yeah, so I guess my advice is, just be prepared for mean, hateful people, bigots, basically, and don't let them succeed at what they're trying to do, which is trying to ultimately discourage you and ultimately just have you shut up. They'd rather not have us talking. They're fascists, these bigoted people. They can't handle people who have different beliefs and different values from their own, so they'll try all these toxic, dark tactics to silence people or even be violent towards people. Let's see. So late model tell us more how to deal with winter. So all-wheel drive, yes, but more importantly, slowing down. Do people do that? Because I notice here when it rains, I always drive like a little slower, and that's what you're supposed to do, especially after the first rain. The roads are slick. I see people that think it's like an opportunity to speed up, like, wow, it's raining. How fun. I'm going to drive even faster than normal. But yeah, slow down, keeping distance. Yeah, when you're driving fast, you're probably not thinking about keeping distance either. And good winter snow tires. I just sprung last week for a set of 4 new tires finally, because my car is hitting like 7 years, 40,000 miles. I showed you I don't drive that like incredible distances or anything. That's pretty low mileage for a car, 7 years. But still, after 7 years, 40,000 miles, the tires, they had like 411. They're down to 4 millimeters. So anyway, I got new tires. That was expensive and fun. Fortunately, I didn't have to wait that long. Let's see, Uncle, what did you find out while doing a deep dive on why some people hate vegans? Well, I still have more to do on that, but the video I put out 2 weeks ago about the dark behaviors, the toxic behaviors of the anti-vegans on Reddit. If you're frequently posting to anti-vegan subreddit, you're statistically more likely to participate in discussions on some other dark parts of Reddit too. So it just shows you they're kind of dark people. Not all of them. Some people I said might be totally healthy. They don't have any of those negative, toxic things going on in their mind. They just hate vegans and that's it. There's some of those too. It's not a slam dunk. It's science is not like binary, on or off, yes or no, 100% or not. It's probabilities. Okay, wow, Uncle, your car is 30 years old and 120,000 miles. So, wow, you drive even less than I do. Totally cool. Wow. Yeah, at my rate, I would hit that in 7. Oh, no, it's about the same. 7 times 4. Yeah, I would hit that around the same time. 40. Oh, no, my math's off. No, I would hit that in 21 years, roughly. So if I'm doing 40,000 miles every 7, so that 7 times 4 get me to 28 years, so 160. No, yeah, that'd still be over you. So wow, you really drive less than I do. Yeah, I don't have to commute long ways. I just live here. I work out of here, and I do a lot of walking when I can. Like, walk to stores. Today I walked to a market, walked to coffee, walked to restaurants, stuff like that. Walked to the post office. Oh, hey, Heidi, did you just pop in, or have you been here the whole time? I guess you've been commenting for a while. Sorry if I didn't say hi to you earlier, Heidi. So, late model, forgive me if you've explained this before. You distinguish between your summer tires and winter tires. So, and I think you told me. So, when the season comes, when it's the right time, you'll have your tires swapped, correct? If you do that, 2 questions. Who does it, and where do you store your tires at? See, these are things I don't have to think of about, like storing a set of tires. But yeah, it's super low, Uncle. That's crazy low. Let's see. So AJ, you do slow down. You said in some blizzards, it's taking you hours to drive 60 miles on the highway. Driving slow in winter keeps you alive. I wish people would understand that out here. Like, even rain, makes roads slick. If you hit your brakes, you're, more likely than not. I mean, than normal when it's dry to like hydroplane and skid and stuff like that. Or, your stopping isn't quite the same with your brakes and tires. Yeah, people shouldn't be able to fire you for being vegan. That sounds like something. At least, yeah, if it's protected in the United Kingdom, it sounds like even here you'd have a good lawsuit. That seems just like a unjustifiable reason for letting someone go who's otherwise doing a fine job. Okay, you swap your tires and wheels every November and April. And where are the 4 non-used tires during all that time? Do you just have like some storage for it? Okay, some people swap their own tires and wheels. You like to take them to your tire guy. Some tire shops store wheels for you, but mine are stored in your parents' basement. Okay, great, because tires are big, especially if you have I imagine a larger all-wheel drive car. That's not a trivial amount of storage space. Okay, Heidi, been popping in and out. You're back now. Awesome, totally cool. See, I don't really have to think about these things. Just like, oh, my tires are only have 4 millimeters left. Let's get some new ones now. You just stack the wheels, just stack them up high. Yeah, if you got the room for that, sounds like it. Cool. Let's see, Uncle, do you think someday being vegan can get you deported? Right now, it seems absurd, but who knows what things could be like in the future. Hopefully, no. Like, how can they prove it? They're going to send some dude to, like, follow you around so you eat all the time? I don't think, that just seems really, like, really out there. So I'm with Heidi. I'm going to go for a very qualified, most likely no. Hey, Joseph L. No, you're right. They don't care about proof. I just heard you're vegan. Prove it later. Let's see. Blood Rose. In the UK, slowing your speed is a courtesy too. Prevents pedestrians being splashed. Yeah, I know. I follow the subreddit for my hometown here, and I'm seeing more and more stories about pedestrians getting smashed. I'm wondering how much of it is to do with people driving crazy, and how much is it a combination of that. And I see so many pedestrians. I point out, like, look. She's like crossing the street, not even looking at business. She's just looking at the phone, looking down the whole time, not aware of anything going on, just having confidence, trust, and faith that the people operating the heavy machinery, vehicles, and trucks around you are paying attention. I mean, when I cross streets, I'm fully looking. I'm hardcore. I mean, I just don't trust people. I don't, because I see how poorly a lot of people drive. So it blows my mind how people can have so much trust and faith in their fellow humans driving around them. That's gotta suck, AJ. Yeah, if you have if you like, whether if you're Latin, you could get iced multiple times, like as a citizen, like a multi-generation citizen, real ID. Wow, that is crap. Yeah, I'm with you, late model. And when I walk with as many eyes as I can. I'm looking around, especially when crossing streets. Hardcore. It's the bigger, the busier the street, the more alert and attentive I am. Peter, in past shutdowns, they've typically not lasted terribly long, and the consequences haven't been terribly that bad. So we will see. Like the stock market is not reacting to it. They're they think Wall Street whatever thinks it's not going to be long lived and stuff. So it wasn't a big sell off. In fact, I thought the S&P 500 hit an all-time high earlier this week, or even today. Maybe I didn't check, but anyway, yeah, I don't know. I'm just if that's what they think, I'm gonna go with that. Not to say I put blind faith in them, but they seem to have in the past have predicted the outcomes of the government shutdowns, and they've been right. Yeah, and then what the government, what the Democrats are holding out for, what they want to get to avoid the shutdown, is the extension of like healthcare benefits for people on the Affordable Care Act. It's just really like it's not, they're not asking for something crazy or something, like Trump has less power or whatever, it's something like that. Just like extending healthcare benefits for like citizens of both parties in all states. It just seems kind of weird how healthcare has been so freaking politicized. It's just people want healthcare, it's like they want to be able to get help when they're sick or in need or what have you. Okay, so you have park service friends who are already out of work, just like that. All right, wow. Yeah, I read that 750,000 federal employees are not working right now. They've been technically furloughed. Northern Colorado transparency. Yeah, why am I getting texts from CVS Pharmacy right now? Maybe it's God trying to tell me, hey, Ryan, you better get that shingles shot. It wasn't about that. But anyway, yeah, no one knows what the market's going to do. If someone really did, just put all your money knowing what's going to happen. Who knows what's going to happen? But yeah, it's not looking good, as far as like a lot of the indicators right now. But yeah, I'm not going to give any advice on what to do or anything like that. Probably odds are I'll be totally wrong. Oh, speaking of flu and COVID jabs, Varlas, does anyone know, are they available now, especially in California? I remember you guys told me in California, we can still get them as long as we say we have some kind of medical need. Has the updated, I haven't heard anything, because I guess I don't get all my news as much as I used to. Is the updated, it's October now, is there an updated messenger RNA vaccination right now? Curious. Oh, Peter, the Canadian post office is shut down right now, so don't try to mail anything to Canada. What's going on there? But yeah, you're right, late model. About the market, it goes up, it goes down. Northern Colorado, what is this thing about referring to the Jews as what? Are you giving some kind of anti-Semitic thing? Like, what does that have to do without anything here? Like, why are you talking about what the Nazis referred to the Jews as? Like, just tell me what the hell's that comment about, or else I'm gonna boot your ass out of here because yeah, we don't tolerate any anti-Semitism. What do you guys think? Is that an anti-Semitic post? I want to get the read of what you guys think of that. What the hell? Okay, Solid says you still have other mailing options in Canada. A Canada Post is closed because the unions. It's from this Northern Colorado transparency person. That's the post I was referring to there, Varlos. it's what do you, what's the admin stating? Our admin is stating that, let me see what my admin, I have admin Peter. He said, how bad will the government shutdown be? By the way, the Canadian Post Office is shut down. So I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm not sure what's going on, okay? But yeah, if you're out, cool. Yeah, we're not really fans of racist talk. I don't know if that was intended to be or not, but it just seemed totally out of context of what's going on right now. We weren't talking about Nazis or people of any race or national background or anything like that. So it just seemed kind of weird. Okay, AJ, I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not processing it all fully right now. Let's see. Yeah, as late model points out, we've had many shutdowns in the past. Virtually every presidency that we've had in the past few decades, I remember there being a shutdown. No matter whether the president's been a Republican or Democrat, this is not the first time it's happened. When was the last time it happened? Wasn't there one, at least one that came really close during Biden? And I remember I remember that one because I remember a lot of Republicans, I think Trump was one of them too, saying, oh man, a government shutdown, complete failure on part of the president, and then they should be fired or stuff like that. It's so easy to criticize. And then when it happens on your watch, then, none of those points matter anymore. So I'm just saying, they just happen. I'm being apolitical here. They just happen, no matter who's in charge. Primarily to do with our two-party system and them not be able to work together all that well. We'll see, AJ. I hope you're wrong on that one there. I hope you're wrong. We'll see. We will see. We will see. Okay, Obama's during his admin, Heidi, it was 35 days. That's the longest. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Hey, Don. So yeah, back to market timing. Yeah, don't time the market. Don't buy or sell just because it's at a high or low. We have no idea where it's going. You're seeing a dollar cost average in the index funds, like. Yeah, I have both of those. Those are index funds at the S&P 500. That's probably like one of the best, safest long-term things you can do with your money. I mean, long-term, meaning you're not going to need to access that cash for like more than like 5+ years. Yeah, that's a good way to go. That is the market basically. When people say, buy, did you beat the market? No, just be the market. That's that most, what I read, like 90% of fund managers can't beat the S&P 500. So yeah, instead of paying all these high expense fees and stuff, just get a low cost index fund like that. You can't go wrong. It won't make you a millionaire overnight or anything like that because, the market average is like, I think over long historical times, like 9 or 10% a year. Yeah, some years it might go up 35%. Other years you'll lose 10%. Who knows? But over time, 10% a year. Yeah, most fund managers don't beat that. Yeah, good points. Yeah, Project 25. What we're seeing right now is a lot of what was promised last year. Yeah, when our current president was back then a candidate, Trump saying, I've never heard of it. It's so funny how like JD Vance is all part of that project's authorship, and what they're wanting to do is what they're enacting this year. Let's see. What's your take on this, Heidi? Dems want to spend and Republicans want to cut spending as typical. Well, yeah, I see AJ's point. Well, spend what? No, the Democrats want to continue the affordable ACA, the Health Care Act. the credits that are currently happening with that millions of Americans, no matter if you're a Republican or Democrat, are utilizing and benefiting from. I don't think I would categorize that as like Democrats want to spend, unless you want to say, yeah, keep spending on that program. But that's a really popular program. And if you look at surveys from what I've seen, majority of Americans want those things to continue. The only reason to not pay them is to make it easier for that big beautiful bill to work out. The more money that doesn't go to people's healthcare or anything like that helps that giant tax cut that most of us will never really benefit much from. Like, I doubt most of you guys are making more than what, like, income, like $300,000 a year. That's who's going to benefit from the bill. The rest of us, either nothing or actually pay a little bit more. Yeah, I'm not being political. I'm just reading how it's been described as from objective sources. Yeah, Joseph, I've seen this mention of that too. Statistics show that spending goes down, and often I remember like Clinton, like he got the deficit down really low, right? It's back up again. Yeah, so yeah. If it's complaining about like how deficits and stuff work, and blaming like one party, the Democrats, for being the spend crazy ones, it doesn't really seem to work out that way. But anyway, I don't want to get all political. I'm just being objective. I'm not casting any moral judgment on spending or not spending or anything like that. I'm just relaying what I recall from how spending works out here. Yeah, and you're right, Varlas. The American people, I don't know about the government, but the Americans as a whole, we spend more on healthcare per person than any other nation in the world, but we're not getting the best healthcare. We spend way more than all other countries, but it's so inefficient. Going to all these insurance companies and everything, this is super inefficient. We're not getting the value from that extreme expenditure on healthcare. So yeah, I think because of that, I think anything that the government can do to help people out, since they're not giving us like what you guys have all over the world in Asia and in Europe, and Australia, since we're not getting that kind of healthcare for next to free, to make it somewhat affordable, I think is the next best thing that could be done. I don't think that's asking for a whole lot. Well, Uncle, you weren't even registered to vote till 2020? Wow, that's wild. Let's not go into politics too much, guys. Too depressing. Seriously, too depressing. Let's see, where are we at right now in the live stream? About an hour in. Yeah, I didn't make any dinner plan yet with Angie. We'll figure it out. Heidi, no, don't go there. That we need to cut off healthcare for people like me and stuff because illegals might get it too or something like that. I'm not sure how to say with that. I just see cuts to healthcare across the board. Yeah, I guess it'll affect like non-documented peoples as well as like citizens, including myself and others. But the thing is, like, it's like if you're in any country visiting, you might not have healthcare there, but say you get in an accident, they're obligated to help you, right? So whether you're there illegally or not, like say I overstayed my visa in Australia, I just kept surfing because I enjoyed it out there so much, and I get in an accident, they're still going to take care of me if I get in a car accident or something like that. I think it's just basic human decency, just something, if you're in an accident, they're going to try to save your life. And AJ points out that illegals don't get government health care. So yeah, I don't follow all this stuff. Oh yeah, in Vine, everything is political now. In Vine, everything is been politicized. Even veganism, it's kind of been co-opted as by many right-wing influencers as being a lefty thing. You're communist, you're liberal, and yes, we have people on both sides, all sides, middle, left, right, that are vegan. It has nothing to do with politics, but that just shows you the distortion that happens in the media these days, how anything can be politicized. Anything, even deciding to eat plants instead of animal products, can get co-opted into a political thing. It just shows you where we're at in the world right now. Farless, you haven't voted since 2001. Awesome. Good for you. You refuse to get an ID card to do so. Interesting. Wow. So you don't have an ID card? I guess if you're not driving, you probably don't need one, right? Okay, Heidi says the Dem proposal would cut rural healthcare. Is that true? I'll look that up later. Either way, something will be cut from healthcare. But why? Why are things being cut from freaking healthcare for? It's like such a basic, thing for all of us, for people to have some kind of healthcare. It's like, it just seems so kind of cruel to be cutting from healthcare while billionaires get tax breaks. See, this is why a lot of us, Heidi, are upset by what's going on. Billionaires are the ones who are going to be able to keep more of their money, while the rest of us are fighting to keep our healthcare, illegal or not, whatever. It's like, it's just something kind of, doesn't something smell wrong to you about that? Billionaires keep getting more tax cuts, they get to keep more of their money, and a lot of us are going to be paying the same or more, and we risk our healthcare being taken away. That's what gets a lot of people irked about what's going on with this whole charade in our government right now. Like, why do billionaires get all these special rights? They can afford their healthcare anyway. They can afford healthcare for the whole country if they wanted to pay it. They won't, obviously, but anyway. I'm with you, Uncle. I think healthcare is a human right. If you live here like you do in most other developed countries, you should get healthcare, not have it be threatened to be taken away by how the political winds are blowing. Okay, you see, it is a complicated issue, but yeah, I think that's a lot of us don't feel like we should sacrifice basic things like, say, healthcare, so that billionaires can keep a larger percentage of their capital gains and income on any given year. That's not a sacrifice I agree to, and I think most of you guys here wouldn't say, that sounds awesome. Yeah, take some of my healthcare away so the billionaire guys can have more of their money at the end of the year. Yeah, healthcare or sick care, because if people aren't taking care of their health, then it becomes even more expensive. And if you're not taking care of yourself, not getting preventative care, then you're treating sickness, which becomes even more of a burden for money and hospitals. Let's see, Peter. In Canada, you have universal health care, but it kind of sucks. Yeah, I didn't say it was a perfect system, but at least you have something in case something totally sucks. You don't have a job or you work for yourself. You have something to fall back on it. You haven't had a proper doctor in 10 years. Yeah, I haven't had a great doctor either. I mean, I go visit doctors for blood labs. And a lot of times I'll just meet with their physician's assistant, and not knocking them. They seem really skilled and talented at what they do. But yeah, I haven't really had a great doctor that I regularly met with. The only time I really had a really great doctor is when I paid out of my pocket to visit with Dr. Bellardo, the vegan cardiologist. He's a wonderful doctor, but yeah, I had to pay for that. No, I didn't hear that Bob Iger is going to leave at the end of the year. They already have a replacement for him. Late model, even with your insurance, you had to pay $8,000 out of pocket for sinus surgery. Damn, good times. And that was 15 years ago. Heidi, you pay a ton for your health insurance? Why do you pay a ton for your health insurance for? I do remember that quote, Uncle. I specifically remember that from the first term. Yep. It is really complicated. Okay, you need a good plan. So you have, I forgot, you may have shared with us before that you have some health issues, right? I kind of remember something like that now, Heidi. She had to pay $60K out of pocket for butthole surgery because of veganism. I'm glad that's not true. Anyway, yeah, let's switch gears from politics right now. I know it's something weighing on our minds. I think it was entered into innocently because the government shutdown just started a few days ago, and but anyway, well, hopefully that will end soon, and our government will be properly put back to work and properly funded. Okay, you post-cancer. Yeah, that's it. I remember now, Heidi. Yeah, I don't store that fact. I don't think, oh, there's Heidi, the post-cancer person that comes around. I just forget. I remember you shared it with us. I was touched and surprised, and I kind of forgot about that. No, is the new Karate Kid movie? I haven't seen that. I know I don't go to the theaters though, Peter. And I know Spinal Tap's been out. I'm waiting for that to come to streaming. So yeah. Wow, late model, you booked your mole check at the dermatologist for March. Holy crap! Wow. Wow. Yeah. It's out on digital? Oh, I can watch The Karate Kid now? Awesome. All right, thanks for letting me know. Is it like on Netflix, I imagine, or something? I'll check it out. Yeah, it's got like Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio. I'll check that out. Sounds like a nice pairing right there. Some light fun right now, which we all could use right now, right? Yeah. Let's see. What have I been watching lately? God, what did I just finish up? We just finished up, yeah, I hate to bring up Disney again. Peter brought him up there. Agatha, is that what it's called? Yeah, we saw like WandaVision like a few months ago. I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. I don't like superhero things. I don't like watching dudes in tights and capes and stuff fly around and shoot crap and out of their hands and magic axes and shit like that. I've never liked that. If you like that, totally cool. Just for me, I have no, it doesn't appeal to me in any way. Anyway, yeah, I saw WandaVision. Oh, this is kind of cool. It's like going through different eras of TV history, like the 50s, 60s, and like the 70s and stuff like that. It's like really cool. I go, well, this is nice. So yeah, so we just thought we'd continue on with Agatha, which continues the storyline. So if you're looking for something good to watch and happen to have Disney Plus, check that out. Varlet, you saw some pictures of a carnivore dieter leaking fat from their hands? Whoa, why are they leaking fat from their hands? Peter, yes, Disney's been decorated for Halloween since like late August. It's so wrong. I always point out, like, it's like 90 degrees right now, fully sunny, and like daylight is long in August and most of September. It's like, this is not the right time to see pumpkins and goblins and ghosts and whatever they do there. You know, it's just kind of weird. But now it makes a little bit more sense. You too, I'm Vine, you're not a fan of superheroes or action, but more power. No, yeah, that's how I feel. If people like it, cool. Like when I go to Disney California Adventure, I never go through Adventures Campus unless I'm going there to get some food. They used to have the morning thing. They got rid of it. The shawarma up is like this breakfast wrap thing with Impossible sausage and egg. It was really good. They had it for like 3-4 years. We used to go there all the time there in the morning. They got rid of it like earlier this year. We were so pissed off. They replaced it with the same thing but made out of fucking meat, real eggs and real meat. It's like, why'd you take a vegan meal and unveganize it for? It's just so stupid. And the guy said, I complained. I said, oh, they weren't really selling that well. I go, you kidding me? You're supposed to have them till 11 a.m. I rushed there to get there by 10:30, and they're often sold out. So they don't have to lie to me about how they weren't doing well. They were doing quite well. So anyway, yeah, I really don't go into Avengers Campus unless I'm looking for food. Now they have these thing called Neutron nachos at Pim's Test Kitchen. They're really good. They're really good nachos, surprisingly. So anyway, so when you're at late model, there's no overnight delivery from Amazon. Really, like 6 days if you're lucky. Wow, like I don't want to rub it in, but yeah, sometimes it gets here the same day. It's crazy. I'll order something in the morning and say, oh, it'll get here like by 3. It's like, okay, sure. Why wait till tomorrow when I get it by like 3 or 4? Like totally, yeah, I'll go for that. Uncle, there hasn't been the movie theater in downtown Disney for like 5 years or so. They got knocked down back when they originally were going to build another hotel there. That got shelved, but yeah, they're redoing all of downtown Disney. That's something's going. They're putting some new building there, but yeah, theater's been gone. I've never been in it. So Varlas, the reason why the carnivore person was leaking fat on their hands is because they're eating too much fat. I didn't know you could eat so much fat though it would start oozing out of your pores or something like that. Wow. Okay, Peter, go fact check that for me right now. Go see if Impossible adds real meat blended in their plant-based meat, because then it wouldn't be plant-based, because Disney has a lot of plant-based meals with made out of impossible meat, and for Disney they have a definition of what plant-based means on their menus. For them, plant-based means vegan. So go check. Maybe they have a separate product line that blends the two, but the stuff that they're selling I see in the stores here and at Disney are still vegan. Okay, so we have the option. Okay. Okay, so yeah, you're in a small city there, huh, late model? Was it just 100,000 people, nothing around us, isolated by huge mountain range? MXVT, what's up? How vegan we talking? What do you mean? Clarify that question. How vegan? Very vegan. Like it's it's all or nothing. Play the guitars. Let's see. I don't think I'm in the mood right now, to be honest with you, to play guitar right now. But I do play a guitar sometimes on the live streams. The acoustic guitar's back there because yeah, I've been working on a new song all week too, apart from working on that video I put out yesterday. But anyway, yeah, I was laying down some acoustic guitar tracks for it. Usually I have like my Telecaster back there. Let's see, Caleb, what's that? You're pretty sure that the pain and suffering inflicting on others isn't worth whatever good you get from being vegan? Huh? I'm not sure I understand that. You're saying when we're vegan, we're inflicting pain on others? Did you make a mistake there? Or is that your what you're going with? Farley should have been marathoning the X-Files. Very nostalgic. Yeah, I remember Angie and I did that maybe like 8 or 9 years ago. It's cool to watch the X-Files again because yeah, we're in the demographic, the age group where we were watching the X-Files like in our 20s and stuff. So to see it all again, Scully and Mulder, it's kind of a cool show. I enjoyed it back then, but I think I enjoyed it even more rewatching it a while ago. Yeah, Uncle, we have a new song that's really close to being finished, Uncle. It'll probably we'll hopefully finish it over the weekend or early next week, and then from there it'll be like a 2 or 3 week lag to get it to our digital distributor so they can get it to all the streaming services. It takes time, so it'll be out. Yeah, it should be out this month sometime before Halloween, before the end of the month. So we'll keep you up on that. And you might like this one, Sarah, late model. It's like us doing a dream pop version of a neo soul kind of song. A lot of neo soul influence in this song. We still have a ton of reverb and stuff like that, which is not common in neo soul music typically. But yeah, check it out. It's slow, dreamy, 65 beat per minute. Yeah, chill neo soul dream pop hybrid. The truth is out there, X-Files. My favorite saying or expression from the X-Files is in the beginning, they show him, Mulder has a poster in his office, I want to believe. I like those little words that come on during the theme song, like government denies knowledge, stuff like that. What was the other one? Paranormal activity. It just seems so random. Why do they have that in the opening song intro thing for the show? Government denies knowledge. Paranormal activity. It just seems so random. But anyways, Dr. Bear here. Yo, Dr. Bear's here. Awesome. Great to see Dr. Bear. You started a new job at your local animal shelter that goes till 6:30 p.m. on Fridays. You glad you had time to drop it in? Wow, you're already busy as a teacher and you have time at an animal shelter too? Oh my goodness, man. You're like a saint, Dr. Bear. I'd tip my hat. It's on backwards, but awesome. Great for you. I don't think the X-Files is vegan friendly. I think, back when I watched the X-Files, I had barely heard of the word vegan. Yeah, late model, if you get a job, tell them no Fridays. Oh, cool, Dr. Bear. You're using the Angie emoji there. Awesome. Peter, what is that link you just pasted there to greenq.com? What is that? Let me see if he's telling us what it is. Oh, what does the X stand for in the X-Files? I don't think they ever really explained that. I think they just wanted a trippy sounding cool title, right? The X-Files sounds so mysterious, right? Oh no, Dr. Barry, your teaching job isn't going great. I'm so sorry to hear that. You love your students, but your college admin is terrible. I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, hopefully the benefits of having students that you love, and that's a great word to use for students. How often you hear about teachers say they love their students? That's awesome. Hopefully that can outweigh the negative from some assholes that are running the school. I'm sorry to hear that. Right now you're working full-time at the college and 32 hours at the shelter. Wow. You're hoping to transition to working full-time at the shelter and part-time at the college. Interesting. Wow, that's cool. And maybe you write it out. Maybe the administration will change in the future and you can go back if you want. You know, you might find all the love you need at the animal shelter too. So AG thinks X-Files is FBI designation for the unexplained. That sounds kind of right if I remember right. Oh, okay. The link is about Impossible Meats blending their meat with plant-based meats. Well, can you give me pretend you're AI? Give me an AI summary, Peter. What is the gist of the article say? I'd like to read it right now, but I don't want to pause the live stream for that. So tell us, what's the deal? Well, we'll trust what you say here. So even if you need to go away for a minute, tell us what's the deal with Impossible Meat blending animal meat with their vegan meat. Let us know. Is it just like a special side product, or they're not going to bring it into the whole line, right? Because that would just be shit. If so, yeah, I'd be 100% done with Impossible. You wouldn't be able to trust it. Wow, it's interesting. I feel like I'm getting through this live stream with my minimal sleep. Yeah, but yeah, we don't go out and buy Impossible, AJ. I'm with you on that. But yeah, they do have a deal with the Disney parks, so it's in a lot of their not all, but it's in a good percentage of their vegan offerings there. You think it's the whole line? Okay, now you got me wanting to click this thing now, Peter. All right, you got me interested here. Let me do it over here. Copy link. We'll go read it together and see what the deal is, because this could be big. Okay. No. Okay, CEO hints at move amid category struggles. Okay. I'm just speed reading through it. Okay. No one knows yet, basically, was what I can tell. He hinted at possibly doing it, and it didn't say if it would replace all their stuff or not. So hopefully not, because that would really suck. That would totally screw up everything at Disney. Not everything, but a lot of the stuff at Disney, at the Disney parks. Hey, Redlocks, thanks for coming. But yeah, it didn't say that they're doing it yet, Blood Rose, but the CEO supposedly hinted at that. Wow, late model, your local burger. Thanks for the super chat tip. Your local burger place promotes their 50-50 burger, half meat, half plant burger. Like, who is that for? Because as I was speed reading through that article there, it said like the Impossible's CEO wants to target more flexitarians, but the point is like I don't think flexitarians are gonna be too attracted to this. It's like they'll either want to eat plant-based or not. So I'm kind of wondering if they're screwing themselves. And thanks for the tips, guys. I will use it tomorrow morning. I think I need to go out and have a nice little coffee with my wife tomorrow, so we'll use it for that. Yeah, why would anyone want that? A vegan definitely won't want it. You can't eat it. And why would a meat eater say, oh, I want my burger to have half the meat? Usually they're against vegan stuff anyway. It's like, I don't think flexitarians operate like that. I think they either want to have some meat or not have some meat. It just seems like a weird, desperate move. Kat, do I know if Miles from Healthy Crazy Cool is no longer vegan? I can't even remember who that is anymore. A name and the names ring a bell, but I can't tell. So I obviously don't watch their content. Dr. Bear, your coworkers at the shelter have been sick, but not you. You're a freak who still wears a mask in public places. I slapped one on today. When I was going at the market. I have like 2 markets I can walk to from here. One's bigger, one's smaller. And the smaller one, of course, is more popular. So there's a lot of people in there. And I was surprised this afternoon when I went, how many people were in there for the time of the day. I'm going, this is crazy. It's like we're all packed in these little aisles. And I'm slapping my mask on just while, I'm trying to get through and check out and stuff. So yeah, I'm with you. I only mask up when I'm, because I'm already kind of a, what's the word, introvert anyway. I don't like being around a bunch of people, especially if we're all packed in together, tight, indoors. So that's the only time I really put it on, just in situations like that where I don't feel comfortable. And I like being isolated too. I like wearing my AirPods. I finally got the new ones, I tell you, last week or the week before? When they came out. I like that sense of just don't mess with me, don't talk to me, I'm in my own little world. It was great too when I was entering and leaving the market. There were people outside trying to stop you to buy crap, scam you and stuff like that. I don't even notice them. They're trying to say stuff. I have like noise canceling going on, so I don't hear shit. I'm looking around to make sure cars aren't going to kill me, but when I'm walking to the market, I got the full-on noise cancellation going on. That sounds great, Sarah. I would eat their house sweet potato burger. That sounds delish. I would give me one of those right now. That sounds great. Not healthy though, so you don't go that often. Now, Uncle, that's what I don't get. I've seen that at Disneyland too. Well, they'll have like some Impossible thing and then put like real cheese on it. And I just go, who's this for? Like, vegans can't eat it, and like your average meat eater is going to go, ooh, it's got Impossible, screw that, The thing is, like, I told you, we used to get there early for that shawarma up wrap with Impossible sausage and just egg. I never saw anyone buy it and go, ugh, that Impossible stuff sucks, this vegan stuff. Everyone's just eating it down. They don't care. It's delicious. And that makes sense too. At the shelter, you like wearing a mask there because there's harsh cleaning chemicals, cleaning up the kitty pee, and I imagine all sorts of smells. But did you guys ever answer me? Is there an updated vaccine that's out yet, especially for Californians that we can get? Let me know if that ever got released. Usually they do that in September, I thought, in the past. So let me know if has happened yet, if any of you guys know. Hey, Jesse 12 string, you still wear a mask on public transit? Yeah, I would definitely wear it, especially if it's a crowded public transit situation. Oh, that idea comes from the UK, Cat. Interesting. Yeah, when I'm at the Disney parks too, I often see a lot of the employees in different parts of the park wearing masks, so it's not unheard of or anything like that. It makes sense for them too, because they're in, depending on what your job is there, you could be, in close contact with thousands of people on any day. So it makes some sense, that I see it more from employees in businesses. I'm like late model. I'm going to read your thing verbatim there. I don't circulate with the general public much. Yeah, me either. Your gym is big and there's tons of space. Yeah, when I go and do my basketball stuff, I go after the crowds. I go at a time when it's pretty and not crowded. I often will have the whole half court to myself, If I were to go to an indoor show, you'd consider masking. Yeah, last time I saw 2 concerts this summer. And I didn't mask at either of them, but I never felt uncomfortable. I didn't feel particularly cramped. When I went in earlier in July, there was no COVID surge. And then when we saw one late in August, there was the startings of one. But fortunately, we got to sit in a place where there wasn't a bunch of people, so I didn't worry about that. Peter said you posted once about taking a vaccine and someone said, I wasn't really vegan because real vegans wouldn't take a vaccine. Well, no, real vegans look at the, website of the Vegan Society and they say, yeah, don't forego medications just because you're vegan. We can't stop that, there's animals being used for testing. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but you shouldn't have to die because you're vegan. Yeah, these are what I call the death cult vegans. They think that going vegan means that you would have to sacrifice going to the hospital if you're sick. They might give you a medicine or something like that. You couldn't take it. No, veganism never asks you to die. That's ridiculous. We are not a friggin' death cult. And that too, Jesse. Yeah, I have an elderly mom and stepfather, late 80s. So yeah, I mask partially for them too. So I'm not bringing something over to their house. AJ, yeah, that's not backed by science. If you eat healthy, it might help you, and it might help you if you do get sick to not get as sick. But I don't think there's any science that suggests that. Screw vaccination. Just eat good. You'll be good. Eat healthy. Yeah, too. Yeah, you're with me, late Sarah. Late model. Same thing. You got elderly parents around too. So you've had 2 shots. I think I've had 3 or 4 or 5. I can't remember now. I just wonder if there's one this year. I haven't seen any word of it. So let me know if you guys hear anything about it. Let's see. Here's Uncle in California. Updated 2025 to 2026 vaccines for COVID, flu, and RSV are now available. Okay, cool. I'll look into that. See what I can get as far as COVID update. Because I tell you, I don't think I've ever had COVID. So I want to. My only defense is having some good antibodies. So that'll be cool. And I'll really start taking the shingles vaccine more seriously because as we've talked about, people in my age range, the Gen Xers, we probably should get a shingles vax especially if you ever had chicken pox. Hippies, are you getting shots tomorrow? Okay, cool. Dr. Bear, you get a COVID booster and flu shot every year. I've been getting the COVID booster every year. So yeah, I should look at it now for this year. Because I don't want to bring it over to my parents and stuff, Well, I told you before, I saw them get it last year when everyone was getting it in July last year. When old people get COVID, it's not like you guys when you get COVID. It's bad for you. It can suck. But it's it can be life-threatening when you're that age. Things can go wrong when you're elderly. So I don't want to be the person that brings that into their house. Heidi, you think, to Dr. Bear, I think with so many hospitals and staff as well as sick individuals, and then those that are more cautious. Yeah, you're talking people who wear them. Yeah, I tell you, so personally, I'm not any of those other than cautious in certain circumstances. Like when I went to Disneyland DCA this week with Angie for our coffee and lunch, I don't think I masked up once. Not even, sometimes I'll wear them when I go in the bathrooms, but it seemed chill. It was only there for a second, no one's in there. So yeah, I don't think I wore a mask the entire time. Yeah, AG, let me know how that goes for you, and I'll start looking into it now too. See if I can start scheduling a jab. See if it's still legal to get a jab or not in California. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Jesse. Yeah, your mom got it, and you thought it was the end for her. See what I'm talking about, guys? It's really a big deal for elderly people. She pulled through, but she really suffered. Yeah, it's no joke. If you're like over 80, it's no joke. It's a really dangerous situation, and things can start going wrong for them really quickly. I mean, it's just hard enough for them to get up and get out of bed and do stuff, you know. Good for you, Peter. Fortunately, when you traveled, I don't think there was much of a surge happening at the time. And I still think, from what I tell, it's not really a huge surge right now, but there's a little bit of a bump. Yes, I know, Dr. Bear. I'm not trying to dismiss it as like being a walk in the park for young people. I totally know young people. Yeah, Kentucky for us youngins too. Your sister, 29 years old, lost hers. Yeah, I've heard of that. People losing their senses of taste and smell for extended periods of time. I dealt with fatigue. Yeah, people have long COVID. So like David Navarro, you know, Jane's Addiction. Yeah, he's wasn't touring. He stopped doing his hosting duties on Ink Master ever since he got it because he just didn't have the energy. Then he started turning to Jane's Addiction, and they got into that damn fight with Perry Farrell, and that ended that. So anyway, you got it, you felt terrible for a week. I'm saying, yeah, I totally agree with you. Yeah, even, yes, you younger folks, you know, your millennials can still have some serious, you know, what's the word? Just effects. But older people, it could get, if they have effects, it could be even way gnarlier. If they have, because some of us, you know, I heard you can get it and not really know you have it, you know, asymptomatic. But anyway, Peter knows what I'm talking about. Your 95-year-old grandma. Yeah, you're pretty sure if she got something like that, it could kill her. Yeah. Yeah, I heard it could, attack those organs. Yeah, the brain, heart, exactly. Yeah, that's why I prefer not to get it. I don't see why people are so flippant. You know why, guys? Remember I told you earlier how anything's become political these days. Veganism has become politicized. COVID-19 has become politicized. You know, people lying to the politicians, oh, I don't care about it, so I don't do anything. Well, there's a lot of science that says you should have some concern, maybe not be totally like freaked out and unreasonable about it, but there are some things that are concerning that, like losing your sense of smell for a long time, having fatigue where you can't do your job for a couple years, in like Dave Navarro's case, or you just flat out die, you know. So there's, you know, it's not just something to flippantly dismiss. Yeah, pneumonia. That sounds gnarly too, Travis. You thought you were gonna die? I bet. You know. Yeah, now Tylenol's political too. See, everything can become political. That's what a crazy effed up world we live in now. Just things that were never political like years ago are all political now. So Heidi, you lost your taste with COVID twice. Glad it came back. How long did it take? I've heard people really lost it for a long time. I've never eaten those, I don't think, Blue Ocean. Or at least I don't recall those particular seaweed snacks. Varlas, that sounds good. Can you send me some? You're going to have baked sweet potato with mushrooms and black beans later? That sounds good. Maybe I can have Angie make us something like that. Like, I'll go make it with her after this. I wonder if we can have potatoes and beans. I don't think we have any good-sized potatoes for that. We just have, like, smaller potatoes that we often have, like, with breakfast or something. Yeah, it does sound good, huh, Jesse? It does sound really good. Okay, it came back relatively quickly for you, Heidi. That's good. Everyone's liking that, huh? Late models into it too. You would top that puppy with pico de gallo, hot sauce, and avocado. Man, cut me off a slice of that, huh? Yeah, I agree, Dr. Bear. If someone wants to go totally anti-vax, flat earth, all that stuff, fine, do it. But do it for yourself. Yeah, they shouldn't make it harder for those of us who don't have those beliefs to get what we want. Like, why, yeah, like, it doesn't make sense. If that's your life, that's your thing, then don't get the shot, you know? Everything's become politicized. Yeah, nutritional use sounds like it would go great with that too. Yeah, we use that pretty much every day around here. Peter, you heard of a guy who was anti-sun? He didn't believe in the sun? What, is this like an extreme form of flat earther? He's denying that the sun exists? Are you serious? Wow. Holy shit. Let's see, AJ, your loss of taste and smell lasted for months after being very ill in 2019. That's what you said. You think you got it before they think it was like spread into the wild or whatever. You took massive amounts of zinc. You were so relieved when you got your taste and smell. That must be scary, especially probably because it's before it ever, COVID was ever like announced, really, right? So you're probably thinking, what the hell's going on? You probably never heard that before. I would probably been freaky. You know another guy that thinks the sun is turned off at night? How does that work out? Like literally, there's some kind of switch or something like that turns the sun off. Wow. It sounds like a flat earther just on crack, just taken to the nth degree. Yeah, Uncle. Yeah, I know we didn't do the greatest back then, but here we are. Yeah, Peter, you're actually right, Dr. Bear. Instead of laughing at this person, it just sounds like someone who needs to go back to like elementary school science. But they don't believe that because science is taught to us by all these evil scientists who hold all the power and knowledge in the world. They want us to believe what they want us to believe, and it's all wrong. They're intentionally deceiving us about everything. Science is a lie. I've heard this conspiracy theory argument before, from flat earthers and stuff. You're like, yeah, the science that you don't believe in, you're actually using it right now to communicate on the internet. How do you think that your computers and cell phones and mobile devices work? The controlling the flow of electrons. Electrons! You just don't learn to control them by looking at them and guessing. That it takes a lot of scientific progress to be able to control electrons. So it's funny, yeah, you take advantage of what science brings to the modern world, yet denying the existence of science. It's a completely self-defeating belief. Ooh, wow, AJ, so you were particularly scared, I bet, for two reasons. Yeah, because you got it before anyone else got it, and especially since your grandfather permanently lost his sense of smell from a childhood flu. Wow, that's scary. Yeah, Uncle, I guess God or someone has a sun switch. Maybe the evil scientists, the corrupt scientists who have all the power and everything, maybe they're the ones that flip the switch. Who knows? I say don't trust RFK when it comes to medications because he has absolutely zero training. He has the same exact training that any other like anti-vax or flat earther conspiracy theorist has. The training meaning you read stuff or see stuff on social media and you believe it despite what the actual evidence says. So yeah, that's his method, the conspiracy theorist type method. Yeah, I'm with you, late model. The same thing. I'm not anti-vax at all, but at the same time, I don't get shot up all the time. Yeah, I told you I haven't had a flu shot. I can't remember the last time I had a flu shot. I don't think I've had one the entire time we've had our show, if that says something. But yeah, I'm not anti-vax. I've gotten the COVID jab and booster many times, and I'm still here. Didn't grow a third head or anything like that. Yeah, absolutely. RFK is an environmental lawyer, not a medical professional, not a doctor. He doesn't have training in epidemiology, research, or anything like that. But yeah, that's where we're at these days, this Dunning-Kruger thing. People that don't have the proper training, education, and work experience, they're the ones whose opinions are more, at least they think their opinions are more valid and sound than the people that actually work and have years and decades of experience in this stuff. That's where we're at now. Wow, Heidi, you never had a flu shot. Wow. Yeah, I can't say I've never had one, but I haven't had many. Probably since the 2000s, I've had maybe a couple or so, maybe. I'm not saying that in a proud way. I'm just saying a matter of fact. You know, I probably should have gotten more. Thank God I haven't had a real bad flu. But I remember it wasn't that long ago, maybe 5-6 years ago, 7 years ago, Angie had a pretty gnarly flu, and it scared me. I'm going, holy shit, this thing's pretty serious. So, you know, I can see how flus are nothing to take lightly, even though they're more common. You know, we accept it. You know, it happens all the time. Doesn't mean they are benign or harmless. I'm kind of like you, Travis. I kind of wouldn't mind a flu shot, but I'm too lazy to get one. Just like I want to get the what's that called? The chicken pox one, you know, shingles one. I'm just too lazy to get it. Wow, late Mal, you've never had a flu shot either. Wow. Ah, that's not a bad way to go there, late model. You took note of what the ER doctor was doing at the gym. If he was masking, you did it too. When he went bare, you followed. You saw the numbers. Actually, at the gym, I mask when I'm done playing, when I'm getting ready to go home, when I go into the washroom, because two reasons why I mask in the washroom. First of all, yeah, it's kind of a compact indoor area. Secondly, I think even more importantly, I told you I hate cologne and perfume and stuff like that. It just offends me. And I go in there's guys putting their cologne and stuff on. It's just, let me just go change far away from you. I'll change in a dirtier part of the gym. I don't care. I don't want to smell that stuff. So the mask helps with the gnarly cologne that a lot of dudes put on in the locker room. So yeah, two reasons why it's a good idea to mask up in the locker room. Oh, you sent me yeah, I think you did send me that about the detergent. Yeah, it was a few weeks ago or like a month or so ago, right? It wasn't just this week, correct? Late model. Yeah. I haven't done anything about it. Thanks for reminding me about that. I just been so scatterbrained. Oh, that sucks, Jesse. You had dental work and you can't break down salad right now. Huge bummer. Nothing like a great salad. Wow. That's cool, Travis. If that's a choice you made for yourself and your daughter, I'm not here to tell you to do differently. Just, yeah. I just don't like laws that prevent me from doing what I think is best for me based on what I find to be the most solid evidence. But yeah, you do you, I do me. It's all good. Just, yeah, don't put laws and limitations on us who disagree. Yeah, AJ, you're right. Jessie should have the biggest salad of her life once her salad's done. Guys are getting me super hungry. Huh. Angie and I threatened to get some Panda Express. There's this what are they called? If anyone who watches like Korean band TV, there's like these reality shows where they do like they go on a vacation somewhere and they do challenges and stuff like that. And we saw one a few years ago from one of our favorite bands, EXO, it's spelled. Anyway, she said, "Oh, the Cacao Channel. If we get it right now, we can get it for 99 cents this month." Like, hell yeah, let's watch EXO Ladder in Namhae again. That was so awesome. So we got that, and we have these memories of always getting like not always, but often getting Panda Express, and then bringing it back and then watching them on their journey. So I wonder if we'll be tempted to do that. The thing is, do I want to drive Friday night to Panda Express? It's not far, but it's not close. You just have to go through a bunch of traffic to get there is the thing. It's like on the street, but I'll see. Oh, Oh, I don't know if they still have the vegan orange chicken at Panda Express. I haven't been for like several months. And usually when I go there, Peter, to be honest, I usually don't order the orange chicken. Not that I don't like it. It's just kind of expensive, you know? So I'll just get their fully plant dishes, you know, things without the fake meat. But yeah, if I had some extra bucks, I'd get them. But yeah, I like their chow mein and their eggplant dish. It's got this cool sauce on it. Eggplant tofu. Now, not all Panda Expresses have that. It's kind of rare. I've discovered. Like maybe less than 50% of Panda Expresses have that dish. Oh, thanks, AJ, for the Panda Express fund. All right, you've upped the ante that I should go get some Panda Express. Thanks so much. I'll pass it on to Angie because I don't think we have anything planned tonight. But that'd be kind of cool to sit back and watch our one of our favorite Korean band reality show things that we liked from the past, and have some Panda Express, kind of relive the memories of the first time we watched it. Doesn't Panda Express deliver Uber Eats? You know, I'll check, Peter. If it's a reasonable price, I will think that. Because for me, that's the big thing. I just don't want to drive there. It's kind of a weird drive. I have to go across like some big streets like Pacific Coast Highway. It's just kind of weird. Anyway, oh, did we have a troll? I didn't even see him. Oh. Let me check it out. I can see the deleted message. Let me check it out. Oh, yeah, that was really intelligent. I love when people think that's some kind of argument against veganism to come here and say, oh, I like meat. No, it makes you sound like a knuckle-dragging Neanderthal. Are you watching? What was your name again? Iceman. Is that the image you want to put out there of what your kind is like? Your kind meaning, you know, meat eaters or people who are against veganism. Do you really want us to think you guys are just dumb knuckle dragging Neanderthals? If so, you did a fantastic job furthering a perception that's probably not true, but you're doing a good job of making us think that's what you guys are like. Yeah, Tim Talk. That's the great app. I should download Tim Talk one day and check it out. Yeah, Peter, you did the right thing. I was saying, oh, eating chicken is yummy. Yeah, that's Neanderthal language there, Iceman. Yeah, good job. You know, good job. I think you told us about that before, AJ. You made a copycat Panda Express orange chicken. I'm just an orange chicken fan. There's things I used to love eating from Chinese food from before I went vegan, and orange chicken is one of them. And as I was talking about with VLAM earlier, chashu bao, shumai, the whole concept known as dim sum. I was a total fan of that. My parents took me to dim sum restaurants all the time, and not all, but often when I was young. So when I find vegan dim sum, I'm happy. So anyway, I don't think he'll come back, Peter. I'll probably get going pretty soon too. I'm pretty tired and hungry. I told you I had bad sleep last night, not because I'm vegan, but because I found a financial. At the time, it seemed like a huge financial theft problem in my mom's and stepdad's account, which we figured out this morning. But to find that out at night when everyone's asleep and in bed and you can't get any help from any banks or anything, going to bed with that kind of anxiety really freaked me out. So I didn't sleep well. So I should get in this live stream pretty soon. So yeah, I'll start doing that now, guys. Seriously, I feel like I should pace myself today because I tried to take a nap earlier this afternoon. I couldn't. I tried, but at least I got a little rest while trying to get a nap there. Oh, you're at a dim sum restaurant Wednesday night. Did they have vegan stuff there? A vegan dim sum? And Peter, I'll check out your Isaac Butterfield video, but once again, the guy is such a toxic a-hole. Honestly, don't know if I can handle it because, like, at least that Chef Capper guy I responded to yesterday, it was like a 40-second video. I could handle that, but to watch that Butterfield knuckle dragon Neanderthal just ramble on with all his hate for like 10 minutes and couch it, oh, I'm just a comedian, so any bigotry that you just heard from me, it's all a joke. I don't mean any of it. No, I hate when people disguise or try to justify their bigotry as, oh, it's just comedy. No, it's not just comedy. You're being a bigot, you know? So anyway, I don't know if I can handle that. But thanks, I'll take a look. If you have anything else, Peter, do send me some more because I'm not sure what my next video is going to be exactly. So send me topics. I will have a look for sure. Let's see. Yeah, good to see everyone. I'll try to lay down and relax. We'll see. Oh, they had vegan dumplings. Oh man, I don't know where to get vegan dumplings around here. And I live in a big, Asian populated area. I'm not sure where to get them at. So you're lucky there, vegan metalhead. Appreciate what you got. All right, guys. So yeah, next week we'll see how it goes. I should be making another video and back with the live stream. And hopefully I'll have much better sleep. Hopefully I won't have some kind of financial problem blow up in my face like the night before and screw up my sleep. I doubt it. So we'll see. Hopefully it'll all go well. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Doctor. But I hate when people say, "Oh, it's just a joke. It's coming." No, then you shouldn't have said the offensive, bigoted thing in the first place. No, it's just a joke. I hate when people do that. No, don't say it in the first place. Just don't be a jerk in the first place. All right, guys. So anyway, oh yeah, Sarah, yeah, late model will not be here next Friday. You'll be doing your annual pilgrimage back to the homeland of Central and Northern California. So cool for you. That sounds fun. I envy you. I bet you'll have a great time. And it looks like the weather will not be too hot for you. So that'll be good, So that's, I know you like it cool. We're starting to finally cool down. All right, guys. So thank you so much. Thanks for being here with me on my Friday nights. Hopefully you were entertained and not just entertained, but you felt engaged and we had a good time and chilled out together. Had a social moment because I said, yeah, me and Late Model, we don't have a social life. So this is our big social thing out for the week here. All right, guys. So thanks so much for being our longtime viewers, our loyal fans, our friends. We appreciate you guys. And thanks so much to AJ, Late Model, and AJ again, and Metalhead for all your super chat tips, and we will put them to good use. It's going to go to one of the two. It's either going to go to some Panda Express tonight and or a nice little coffee event out tomorrow morning with my wife. So thanks for letting us, be with you on Friday nights and giving us a little funds for some little eating fun afterwards. So thanks, guys. Much appreciated. You guys are awesome. So I'll see you next week, hopefully again with much more energy. And all right, until next time, guys, remember, it doesn't suck being vegan. Much love to you guys. Bye.